Hi everybody, welcome back. It's Meridy here, and I am here with our 5th process video using the Offbeat Limitless Kit and Essentials Kit, and I will jump right in and show you what I plan on working with for this layout. The first thing that I'm going to show you is the pictures that I plan on scrapbooking, and it's 3 pictures of my son from Family Pictures this past November. So those are the pictures, and then I pulled out some ephemera that I thought matched just out of the various ephemera packs and laser cuts and things like that that came in this month's kit. And I've just got a variety of little pieces here. And then I would really like to use the cut from that we had in the shop this month, All That Awesome in One Kid. So I would like to use that for my title. And then I really love this plaid paper for something. I mean, I don't know, I think it looks really good with my pictures. The colors are the same. And then I've got all these scraps of paper from, you know, what I've already used this month. I've got a few just random things that I thought I was going to use on other layouts that I didn't. So maybe I'll pull a couple of these things out. Maybe the strong. Okay, and then I've got a bunch of branding strips and thin pieces here. And I've even got a few more over here. So I'll just keep in mind that I have those. And then I probably will not use this piece. I don't feel like it matches too great. And I don't think I want to use this piece because it's too, I don't like the way it looks with these pictures. And I don't want to add any orange, so I probably won't use any of that. I might use a little of this wood grain because I think the wood grain side looks really nice with these pictures. And then I probably won't use any of this teal. Okay, so that narrowed all of that down. And then, of course, I still have a lot of ephemera and stickers and all kinds of things that I could use. I like the word sweet, so I'm gonna cut that out. So I probably really don't need those. And I don't think I'm gonna use any of those. I do have quite a few other embellishments, so if I need them, I'll pull them out. Otherwise, let's just get started here. We will start with cutting the branding strip off of this piece of paper. And I don't think I want to keep this whole entire sheet as the background of my layout because it's very busy. And let me see here. Let's try to organize. My pictures are obviously very horizontal. So I'm probably going to have them basically marching across the back of my layout like that. And I would really love this title to be somewhere at the bottom. I like this dark wood at the bottom, but I don't think, let me flip this upside down. I like this dark wood at the bottom, but I don't like and I can actually leave my title in white and not even alter it this way. But I don't like this around the bottom edge, you know, from this paper. So I think I'm going to grab a sheet of white cardstock because I think the white will pick up a little bit. So let me grab a sheet of white cardstock to use as my background. Okay, and now, since it's obvious that I only need a little strip of that plaid paper, I'm just gonna cut 2.5 inch. No, I'm just gonna be safe, 3 inches. Just cutting a 3-inch strip. So the back is the shooting stars. I don't feel like I want to use that on this layout, so I might pretty much be done with that plaid. So I've got a 3-inch strip here. And I'm not sure if I want it to cover the whole entire length or if I want it to be offset like, let me show you what I mean. If I have my pictures here and my brown is offset, should I offset this plaid as well so that it's like framed on the white page? Or do I make it go all the way across? That's what I need to decide right now. And the way I'm going to decide that is I am going to go ahead and cut this brown down. I just know that I need it barely taller than this phrase. That's how I'm going to decide the height to make this brown paper. And if I make it 4 inches tall, that is the perfect height. So I'm going to cut 4 inches off of the bottom of this wood grain paper. Okay, and then this scrap I'm going to save for another layout. I can put it right in here. Okay, so this is going to be like that. And these pictures, now the pictures are going to go all the way from side to side because I don't think I want the pictures to have the white. Do you see what I mean? Like the whole layout. Kind of looks nice like that actually. Oh dear. What's happening? I don't know what to do. We will. Okay, I for sure am going to trim this paper down so that there is a white border around the top, just like there is the bottom. And I want it to trim it the exact same size as this. So I will use that as my template and trim, and I think it's 1 inch that I'm going to be trimming off the end of this. Yes, 1 inch. So this paper, the plaid paper, is now 3 inches tall and 11 inches wide. So I've trimmed off 1 inch. And I'm gonna go ahead and adhere that top paper and this bottom paper because I know that that's where they're going, and I'm not worried about adhering my pictures yet because I haven't decided if I want them to span across the entire layout or just have a white border. And that's getting hard for me to determine now. Do I want the plaid like that or like this? I think I'll have the plaid going like this. Okay, so I've got that plaid centered there, the pictures. And again, I'm not sure if I want the pictures to be like this or like this. So I'm not adhering them down quite yet. And then all of that awesome in one kit is just gonna fit right here. But before I adhere that down, I'm gonna start getting some of these other embellishments going on this page because maybe I wanna put this off to the side, or maybe I do wanna overlap my photos a little with it. You know, I'm not too sure yet. So I'm not going to adhere this title quite yet. And then I'm just going to start by moving things around. This frame is kind of too big. I'm not going to use that. I do like the word sweet, and it fits right there, and I can read it on my picture in that lighter part of the picture. And of course, we've got the camera here. I feel like there's not a lot of room for these notes. There's not a lot of room on this layout for a lot of extra things because there's so many pictures and our title is nice and big. So there just might not be space to put all the things that I have pulled out for this. Possibly. possibly. And I don't want to just load it up for the sake of loading it up either. Like I don't want to just add a bunch of embellishments just because I pulled them. I only want to add them if they look good and add to the page. I would really like to use something teal down in this bottom corner though. And maybe not white, because I have a lot of white going on down here. I might actually ink this after all, because it's looking pretty stark white down there. Oh, I like that. I thought about, do I need a branding strip or a color or something to differentiate the pictures between the background? So maybe I'll do that and just cut this paper into strips. We'll see, because I kind of like that up there. Okay, I've got a bunch of decisions to make, and my first decision is what to do with this title, because I do think that I need to color that title now that I've got everything up here on this page. There's just a little too much white for my liking. So I'm not sure where that's going yet either. So I just keep adding as I'm saying so. I like the pictures going all the way across the layout, so I'm gonna keep them just like that. And I think I really like this bottom piece going off the layout as well. I really do like that blue lining up there, and I might try to add it down here, but I'm not sure about down here. But I am gonna take this and I'm gonna cut it in half and then in half again lengthwise, so that if I do, let's see, it's 1.5 inches. So that if I do decide to line the bottom half of those pictures, I've got plenty of this strip. I'll show you what I mean. So now I can line up here, you know, tuck this, just a little strip going under there. And since it's not long enough to span the whole page, I have another little piece that I put on this side. And then if I decide that I want it under here, I've got plenty left that I can put it under there too. But I'm not sure that I want it on the top and the bottom. We'll have to see how it's coming along. And then these words down here, let's see. Just debating if I need a little gold up there. We'll leave that one. I'm not gonna use these though. Okay, and I'm not gonna need any more of that. Now, what color ink should I possibly use to color in and alter this? Let's see. I found some inks that I want to test out on this title: Crushed Olive, Weathered Wood, and Speckled Egg. And I kind of want to try to make the title ombre, but right now my main concern is adhering all the other things first. I'm going to put the title off to the end. So I'm going to move all these out of the way and we will come back to that. And I'm going to worry about getting these things adhered. So I'm just going to start with my bottom layer and start adhering. Oh, I already adhered the paper. I don't even have to worry about that. So I'm going to start just adhering all of these various layers that I have here. And I will go off camera to finish doing this, but yeah, I'm just gonna start getting everything down so that I can see what I have, and that everything's not moving around while I'm trying to mess with the title. Alrighty, what I did is I cut this flower in half so I can wedge half of it up there while I was adhering these things down. So I'm gonna stick that part right up in there. And then I ended up going ahead and putting that blue thin thing that I trimmed into quarters. I went ahead and put it on both the top and the bottom of the set of pictures to kind of give it a little matte, even though there's no matte on those, like a faux matte. Okay, and then I went ahead and put that yellow ticket up there, and I'm gonna make this feather. I'm not sure if I like this feather. I do not like it like that. I don't know how I had this. I had it some way that I liked it, but I'm not liking it right now. I may forego the feather. Yeah, I don't think I need the feather. It's just too much. And then I did pop this little camera and this little compass up on foam tape to add a little bit of dimension in there. And I am going to pop this strong die cut up with foam tape as well. And then my picture just lends itself perfectly to fit that word sweet right in there, in that light space on my picture. It's like it was meant to be. So I'm for sure going to put that word sweet up there. And then we will start working on this title, the die cut, or the cardstock cut title that says all that awesome in one kid. All that awesome in one kid. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a piece of scratch paper to kind of test the colors of the inks that I pulled out and see if they even blend together nice, or if they look like too muddy when they're blended together. Then I will pick other colors. So I'm just gonna get a piece of scratch paper and start with that. Okay, so we've got the main layout. Maybe I might end up still using that. I'm gonna go ahead and trim this off right now too. Okay. So the three colors, the crushed olive, the speckled egg, and the weatherwood, I'm thinking we'll just try it. I don't know which order to put them in. I'm gonna grab a little tiny scratch paper so I can hold it up to the layout easily after I get it inked up. So if I start with the crushed olive and then move on to the speckled egg, because that's like a green and then a blue color, so those will kind of blend nicely. And then I finish with the weathered wood because this is kind of like a gray color. Oh, this color really, really, really stands out a lot. So I might, should I do it in reverse and have that color be at the bottom? I think it will look good in reverse with that crushed olive across the bottom, but really, really lightly. So I am going to concentrate on one color at a time right now because I only have one of these titles and I don't want to mess it up. And I am lightly, ever so lightly, going to put this crushed olive at the bottom row. There is not very much on my brush at all. I'm barely, barely tapping it into the ink because I don't want, this was really bright. And then I might even come in with maybe like the scattered straw color and add a little of that, because scattered straw might blend better with these colors that I've got going on in here. Let's see how this looks. That's not bad. I need a little darker in some areas. I'm gonna fast forward this while I'm getting this bottom row the right color. Or I'm gonna go off camera while I'm getting this bottom row the right color and the right shade. And I wanna make sure that I take it up just a tiny bit on this middle row so it blends nicely with the next color. So now I'm gonna move to, okay, that's pretty good. That's not too dark. I like that so far. Now I'm gonna move to the speckled egg, and again, I'm gonna go in pretty lightly, and I just wanna get this middle row that says awesome, this speckled egg colored. And I'm gonna allow it to go a little bit over the yellow down here, whoop, a little bit into that yellow so it blends. And I am eventually gonna allow it go a little bit into this top, but not dark at all, just a very little bit. So I will go off camera and get this middle row inked up in the speckled egg, and I will make sure that I carry a little bit across to the bottom row of letters and a little bit across to this top row of letters, and I will be right back. Okay, that's looking nice. And now I just want to add, actually I need a little bit more right here. And now I can come in and add this gray weathered wood across this top row that says all that. And again, I'm gonna start out really light. And I can add more color as I see fit, but I'm gonna start very lightly. And I'm gonna make sure that I cross a little bit into this middle row of words, the word awesome, so it blends nicely. Okay, it's looking pretty good. I think I wanna add a little more of the middle, the blue color that I put in the middle, the speckled egg, just to make that a little bit darker. So I'm just gonna come in just on the word awesome and just get a little bit more blue on there. Okay. I think that's good. I don't think I want to mess with the colors anymore. I'm afraid I'm going to ruin what I've got if I keep trying to color more and more. But I am going to pop this whole title up on foam tape. Let's see if I can use this anywhere else. I don't need that up there. I probably won't use that anywhere else. And this feather, I don't really need the feather either. Oh no, don't like it like that. No, I'm not gonna try to force the feather either. So I am going to pop this up on foam tape all across the back. It's gonna take me a while to cut all these little pieces of foam tape because I'm going to have to cut thin pieces like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and go off camera to get that all done. And I will be right back at the very, when I finish this, so we can see how it looks and see if I need to add any more to this layout. Okay, I got sticky all over the back and I'm gonna put my title down. And what I did before I put all of the adhesive on the back was I outlined the letters in just a thin black pen to just make them pop a little bit more. But I think, oh, I might need one more little thing on this page. Maybe. No, maybe not. I need to just stop with what I've got and leave it. But I do like the way this came out. If you were inspired by this layout, either to make a layout like this with this kit or with your own supplies, we would love to see it on our Not Just for Boys Kit Club community Facebook group. And I will see you again in a couple of days with one more layout using this kit. See you soon. Bye.